Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the breaking team news for Everton versus Aston Villa. We should have that team news in about 4 minutes. Of course, there is a social media blackout going on as well, so you will not see that team news pop up on your feed on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments very quickly on what you'd like to see. Obviously, big game for Everton tonight. Big chance. Currently, Chelsea beating Fulham 2-0. So that's, a couple more wins for them, and that secures them top 4. Keeps it very, very interesting, though, for the other places. With Everton playing before Liverpool and West Ham. Big chance to get onto the points, equal points, go above Liverpool, I think, if we win, wouldn't we? And obviously we'd then play Manchester United tomorrow. So huge opportunity for Everton tonight to get back amongst it. If they don't, then, I'm not saying it's over, but this is a huge opportunity. These are the games you've got to win to keep alive the chances of being in the top 4. Eugene, top 4, top 6, top 7. Eugene says 4 minutes to go, and I see Josh King at Goodison Park tonight. Yeah, I don't think Josh King is going to start, let's be honest. It's going to, for me, it's one of those opportunities. It's one of those opportunities where Everton, I'd love to see them really, go after Villa and put them to bed. I'm not saying it would. We haven't seen a really comfortable win this season, have we? Let's be honest. Even when we've won by a couple of goals, it's always been tense. It's always been a tense game. So I'd love to see us just have one of those nights where we can just relax, and because you never relax. You can never relax as an Evertonian, can you? You can never relax. There's always something to worry about. Don't forget as well. Do your Toffee Picks. Make sure, big chance to win some money tonight. £250 to the first winner. You may have all forgotten about it, but here's your chance now. As soon as you see that team news, make sure you go and do it. It's a chance to win free money. ToffeePicks.com. Don't forget. So make sure you go and try. Could be a great, fantastic bank holiday weekend for you if you do that. Go and do it. Go and do it. Go and do it. Either do it now or do it when the team news is announced, which hopefully will be, it should be in the next minute. I am keeping my eye on that, so we know straight away. I'm double checking the Everton website as well, because obviously there's no online stuff, and we'll know very, very soon who is starting for Everton. I mean, really, you'd think it probably would be the same team that won last week, but I think we need to be a bit more attacking tonight, so we'll find out. We'll find out very, very shortly who is going to be in the Everton team. I'm just double checking. It's 7 o'clock, so we should know any second now. Here is the Villa team. Martinez, Cash, Konza, Mings, Douglas, Louise, McGinn, Watkins, Traore, Barkley, Target, El Ghazi. That is the Villa lineup. Just waiting on the Everton news. Everton team is Pickford, Coleman, Holgate, Godfrey, Dean, Allen, Gomez, Sigurdsson, James, Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin. So that is the team, I believe, that started at Arsenal. There you go. Let me know, what are your thoughts on that? Get it in the comments. So let me know your thoughts in the comments on that. Hang on, let me just fix me. So same team. I suppose it's fair enough that it's the same team because obviously won the game, got 3 points. I thought we might go 3 at the back tonight. But then again, we might have gone 3 at the back still. You just never know. I'm trying to get this team news on the screen. Hang on. There we go. Team news should be on your screen now. Yeah. Same team, obviously. I've got to go out with the intensity. I think if we can get the opening goal and get it early, I think Everton can go after these, and hopefully we will. Because I don't know, I don't really see anything in Watkins has had a good season, and Barkley could always hurt us, I suppose. But I don't really see lots in that team to hurt us. So, but let me know your thoughts. It's weird that people love talking about Coutinho. Gomez is starting. He is starting. So as I said, the Villa team, no Jack Grealish, which is always a bonus. I'll just get you the bench as well. The bench is Olsen, Keane, Delph, King, Mina, Iwobi, Nkunku, Bernard, Davis. So it's a strong bench, very strong bench. We're only really missing Decore there, and obviously we're missing Gabaman, but really we haven't had Gabaman to miss, so it's one of those things. So it's a strong bench. There's opportunities for those players. There's players available to come on, and we'll see if they do. Because I think that's one thing we've missed this season is real presence coming off the bench in games. We just haven't had it. So if we can have someone coming off, we don't score a lot from people. I think Sigurdsson at Anfield was one of the only times we've had players someone coming off the bench and scoring. So that has to be rectified. We need people who can come on and do some damage. I wouldn't worry about players we are linked with, if I'm perfectly honest. Seeing people reacting, we're being linked to players that will probably never ever sign for us. People are pushing their players. Their agents are pushing their players, and will probably never sign any of them anyway. So I wouldn't worry about who we're being linked with. Midfield, of course, is. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I would like to have seen Tom Davis in midfield with Allen and go with 3 at the back, two wing backs pushing higher, and that I'd like to have seen that tonight. But he's gone with the same team with what won last week, so that's fair enough. I get that. It may be a battle of the midfield tonight. I don't know. I just think for Everton, width's the most important thing. Getting balls into the box for Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison. I think they thrive on that. I think Dom thrives on wide balls. So we need width, and you're putting a lot on Seamus Coleman by not really putting anyone ahead of him. And the midfield, let's be honest, those three midfield are quite slow. Allen's the protection, yeah. The manager will say, well, Allen's the only real defensive one in there. I know Gomez will do that as well. But I would have liked, and I put this in my starting 11, I would have liked Tom and Tom Davis and Allen to just sit in front of that back four and then have the wing backs to push forward. That would have been my preferred setup. But the manager, he's the manager. And he gets paid a lot of money to get wins. And currently we're sitting in 8th place, and tonight we could go, do a hell of a lot more. Meg says, do you reckon if Fulham go down we could go for Arulia? We can defend, but we need to take chances tonight, at least score and get a clean sheet, at least 2-0. Villa can't defend crosses. Yeah, I think there's some good players in the Fulham team, and there's some players, and I put Pereira at West Brom as well. So there's definitely some players there in the potentially relegated sides, or the teams that you expect to be relegated. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've just seen someone saying there, got to get crosses in tonight, because these have conceded a lot from crosses. So yeah, set pieces, free kicks, and just in general play, we've got to get crosses into the box, and we've got players like Dominic Calvert-Lewin who thrive on crosses. So we've got to be putting balls in the box tonight, definitely. And just for me, just got to get that first goal, get out the traps early, and go and get that first goal, settle us down, and hopefully go on for the win. You know, we should have beaten Palace, but we didn't. And you know, we have to go after these tonight. Don't forget, make sure to go and play Toffee Picks. Now that you know the starting 11, go and play it. You've got just over 50 minutes to get your choices in. We're not doing a watch along tonight, but go and do your Toffee Picks. Don't forget, it's free. T's and C's apply. You've got to be over 18 and play responsibly. Don't forget that. But it's free, and you've got a chance of winning £250 or a share of a £500 prize pot. It's absolutely free, and it really helps the channel. It really does. So if you've been playing over the last few weeks, we know we get a lot of people in the last hour who play it. So go and do that for us now, if you wouldn't mind. Logan says, if Dom scores 2, let me come on the instant match reaction. No, I can't do that, Logan. I just can't do that. Even though you've got a really cool name, I can't do that. Sol says, think Holgate Godfrey is a smart move considering the pace of Watkins. Well, I'd have liked those two anyway, but with Yerry Mina next to him in a 3. So I've got no problem with that. I would have just taken probably Gomez out the side or Sigurdsson out the side. Well, I probably would have took Gomez and Sigurdsson out the side and put Tom Davis and Yerry Mina in it for me. That would have been my. Those would be the players I'd have took out, because you're right. I do think we're too slow in midfield, and there's not enough width as far as I'm concerned. But that's what the manager's going for. And, you know, he's got, as I said, he's got options there. He's got the likes of Bernard on the bench. He's got Josh King. Logan, if you want to come on the show, mate, what you should do is you should join Patreon. And we have phone-ins all the time, and where people come on. There you go. Sigurdsson combined well with James, to be fair. That's from Warm Jam. Yeah, it's not that. I like width. I personally like width, and I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin responds to width. I think Richarlison does like the little through balls through, but these are a team that concede a lot from set pieces. So I'd like crosses in, and yes, Mina is fully fit, and yes, Mason Holgate should not be chewing gum while playing in a football match. So there's three questions all answered in one go. So Chelsea still win at 2-0. They'll be in 4th, and I think they'll finish 4th easily now. Lewis says Hammers will be the key for Calvert-Lewin tonight with getting balls into him. See, I don't. I think it's the wide men. I think it's Hammers getting the ball wide, getting into Dean. That is going to be the key for Calvert-Lewin. I don't think there's been that. I don't think Hammers and Calvert-Lewin combined that much. No, I don't think I ever saw Pienaar chewing gum. No, don't think I ever saw him chewing gum once on a football pitch. Never ever saw Pienaar chew gum on the pitch for Everton. So, no. There you go. Yeah, Mina is fully fit. The manager said he was fully fit on his press conference yesterday. So, no, I would not look to have Lookman back. I don't think he's done anything for Fulham. I think he's had a couple of little flashes, but I honestly don't think he's done anything for Fulham at all. So I wouldn't be looking at him. And don't forget, he's still a Red Bull Leipzig player. I think actually Lookman would do well to have a year in the Championship with Fulham and then bring them back up. I think he'd benefit loads from that. I think sometimes players, but it's whether they could afford them with them going down. The Gaming Toffee says, do you think Everton suit a 4-4-2 or a 4-3-3 better? I actually think we suit a 3 at the back better, but I don't think we suit. I don't think we got the players for either of those formations yet. To be honest, it's going to be interesting to see what Ross Barkley's like tonight. Obviously, big game for him coming back to Goodison Park, empty ground, so that makes it a lot easier for him. So it'll be interesting to see how he performs tonight for Villa. And obviously, on his days, he is a really good player. So I'm slightly worried about him. I'm not really majorly. I'm just made up they haven't got Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish is, for me, one of the best players in the Premier League. And I obviously we did a little video last year saying we'd love Everton to buy him to break the bank. A few people laughed at us for that, but what we were saying is we just really like Jack Grealish and we'd really like him to play for Everton. Obviously didn't expect it to happen and wouldn't expect it to happen, but just delighted he's not playing tonight. So we'll see what happens. Meg says, someone said in the chat, Holgate and Godfrey smart because of the pace. Watkins, Dean needs to push up. The comments are moving too fast. Why is everyone talking about Coutinho? It's just a really bad rumour. Yeah, we massively need pace in the summer. It's going to be huge. That's something we miss dreadfully all over the pitch. Even like Luca Dean's not that fast. You know, that we need pace. Godfrey's the only one who's got pace, really. Ozzy Dillon, are you for real? Coutinho or Grealish? It would be Grealish every day of the week. Every day of the week it would be Grealish. He's a phenomenal player. I wouldn't go anywhere near Coutinho. Anywhere near him. He's nearly 29. In fact, he might be 29 by the time the season starts. So I wouldn't go anywhere near him. Grey Lead says we need to attack from the off. We do. Gary Ward says, come on, you Blues. Max says, straight at these. Quick early goal needed. You're absolutely right. Shenlar says, got shouted at by a 90-year-old in work today because we forgot to deliver their potatoes. Fair enough, Shenlar. You made a bold statement there. That's fair enough, and you should have delivered their potatoes. Alex Wiley says, come on tonight, Blues. Ross Cooper says, I would have played Tom ahead of Gomez. Max says, Abraham is coming on for Chelsea. Okay, sound. Jason Booth says, come on, you Blues. Grey Lee says, Gomez and sick face emoji. And Gary Ward says, Siggy and James seemed to get to gel last match. They worked well together. There you go. That's all our patrons. They get special shout outs because they're our patrons. Yeah, don't forget. Go and do your Toffee Picks. Toffeepicks.com. Go and do them now. I'm going to keep reminding you because I want you all to go and do it and play it and win some money. Ozzy Dillon says Grealish should be ahead of Coutinho in recruit. Yeah, he would be, but I don't think we're looking at either of them. Grealish signed a mega contract last summer, and the price on him is going to be absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. It's just a transfer rumour because Barcelona are desperate to sell him. The agents are desperate to get rid of him. And because we brought Hammers last season, people think we can go and get him. Random upload says Max Aaron says now 6-4 to join according to the bookie site. There you go. Ben Martin says, loving the show, lads. Thank you very much. Legion says, put a link. It's patreon.com/Toffee TV ESC. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. Neil, I have no idea about Mo Lester at Derby. He sounds like a really bad player. Sounds like a really, really bad, terrible player, if you ask me. I wouldn't be going anywhere near that kind of player. I wouldn't. Sounds a wrong'un. Sounds a wrong'un straight off. Anyone called Mo? No. You can't have players called Mo. Especially spelled M-O-E. No, you can't have that. That's terrible. Why is someone just saying hi, Dad? I mean, that's, you know. Johnny B. Good says happy with the team. Zaha, Coutinho, I'd take. No, wouldn't take them. Coutinho's 29 and Zaha's 28. We need players who are like 21, 22, 23. They're the kind of players we need. Ozzy Dillon says, do you think Harry Potter would make a good right winger? Can he bang in goals for us? I mean, he's a wizard. isn't he? He's a wizard, wing wizard. So there you go. 3 minutes left for Chelsea. Fulham are going to get relegated, let's be honest. Do you think we'll be play a counter-attacking game today? I hope not. I hope we go after them, Jaden. We go straight after them. Really, really do. Really hope we go after them today. Who's that? Daniel says, get Phillips from Leeds. Fair enough. Scintillating Shield says, Ped, would you laugh if Martinez got the Spurs job? I wouldn't be bothered, mate. I wouldn't be bothered. Andy says, Ped, do you think Moise Keane would do better for us? Better quality around them? No, just sell him. Just sell him. He didn't get on for them today. They won 2-1. He didn't get on. No, I don't want Zaha. I don't care about experience. I don't care. I don't want him. We need players who are 22, 23. That's what we need to bring in. Players like Ben Godfrey, that age. No more 28, 29-year-olds. We've got plenty of them in the squad. Ben Martin says, did I read somewhere that Everton set his price for Dom at around 80 million? No, I just think Man United were linked with them and the price said 80 million. They just make prices up, let's be honest. They just make prices up all the time. It's nonsense. Meg says, we have so many good players to rely on. Pickford, Richarlison, DCL, Hammers, Alan Sigurdsson, and Villa have Watkins, Dean Astori on him. Like, come on, Ped, that's easy now. By the way, I'm Jake, not Meg. Well, why does it say Meg in your thing then? Can only call you what I can call by what it says on the thing. Yeah. Ishmael Sarr would be perfect. Yeah, he would be. He would be. Really good player, but I'm sure they'd want mega bucks for him and they're coming back to the Premier League, so I don't think he'll leave for cheap. Someone says, no Davis, injured, ? No, he didn't play last week, and we've kept the same team that won at Arsenal. So, simple as that, really. Simple as that. Logan, thank you for joining Patreon. Thank you very much. Robert says, do you think Gylfi will get a contract extension? He might do. I suppose it depends what he does in his last year at the club. I don't think he'll get it ahead of that. I think it'll come down to what he does next year. And if he's of use to the manager, then he will. Jack, yes, Leon Bailey with all of Leon Bailey. Scintillating Scale says, do you rate Sterling? I think he's the most overrated player in the world. I think he's fantastic on his day. I just think he's really, really bad in front of goal. He could have, every season, double the amount of goals he scores. Who's that? Kieran, what age are the top players? 27 plus, not 23. No, you're wrong. You don't buy players at 27 unless they are absolutely the best players. You buy 22, 23-year-olds like Ben Godfrey and you develop them into a team. We've got lots of 20. We've got James, who's 29, nearly 30. We've got Alan, who's 30. We've got Decore, who's 28. We've got Mina, who's 27. We've got Dean, who's 27. We've got Coleman, who's 33. We've got a core of older players. What we need now is young, pacey players to build out the Everton team. That's what we need now. We've got enough players in our team who are in 27, 28. Otherwise, you have a team of 27, 28-year-olds who've only got a couple of years in them. If you want to build a team and you want it to be sustainable and you have players that play week in, week out, you have to buy young players to build that team out. And that's where we have to go now. We've got enough 27, 28-year-olds. Isn't Chukwueze got an injury? Isn't he out for the rest of the season? Dan says we need a mix of 22, 23-year-olds and a mix of world-class players in a prime. Carlo isn't getting any younger. We need the trophy next 3 years. No, that's right. But we need young players now. We need to buy young players. That's what we need to do now. We've got older players in the squad. We've got enough older players. We need to bring in youth, pacey youth. Max Aarons is like a really good example. Whether he signs or not, I don't know. But he's a really good example of what we need. Someone who would play all season, like Ben Godfrey has. Daniel Lynch, Goff was amazing, and he was 39. But it's not. We've got older players. That's what I'm saying. We've got older players. We need younger players now to come in and play week in, week out, who are consistent. That's what I think we're missing. You might think differently, that's fine. Meg, because I'm just going to keep calling you. I think we should save up money for Sarr. Well, like in a piggy bank, just keep putting pounds in every day. The recruitment for me now has to be young players. Get young, fast players around the older players. Imagine James Rodriguez with pace around him instead of old, slow players around him. He'd be completely a different player. Would I take Ronaldo? No, I don't. I think I'd take him because what he offers in terms of merchandise and because he's amazing. But you're talking about one of the best two players in the world. That's like saying we'd take Messi. Well, of course I'd take Messi. But you're not talking about Messi. You're talking about Coutinho, and you're talking about Zaha. No, thank you. No, thank you. Broadhead will leave the club at the end of the season on a free. Absolutely. For me, I want young players. Not only who you build a team, but they play every single week. They play every single week, and they don't really get injured that often, and that's what we need. Build a team of like 6, 7, 8 players who play every single week. That's what we need. Yeah. I'm not even thinking about Coutinho. I just think it's utter nonsense. Oh, Timo Werner. Oh, he got brought down. Right in the edge of the box. Logan says, come on, you Blues. Do you think we had a fast, good winger, we would be in the top 4? Yes, I think we would do, Logan. I honestly think if we had a fast, young winger, we would. Dan says, Koulibaly's 7 years younger than Thiago Silva, who's bossing at Chelsea. Thiago Silva has not bossed at Chelsea this season. Not a chance has he bossed it this season. Not a chance on earth has he bossed it this season. Koulibaly's amazing, but would you really pay 60, 70 million for a player who's about to hit 30? With all with our wage bill? I don't know. That's up to the club. I'm just saying that's what I want. I want young players. Oh, free kick on the edge of the box for Chelsea. Oh, terrible free kick. Oh, rebound. Oh, no, rubbish. Pacey players, right? Pacey players that have got more of a shelf life than 3 years. That's what we should. Oh, what has Timo Werner done there? I think it'd be great to have either a left-footed winger who plays on the right or a right-footed winger who plays on the left. But ideally, one who can play on both sides. Someone's saying, why did we bring King in? Well, we brought King in as an emergency. We brought him in for absolutely buttons. And he's an emergency. He's an emergency player. The manager, obviously doesn't rate him. And that's fine. That's what happens. You bring players in the last day of the season, the window, and the manager just doesn't fancy him. Now, people can have a moan and go, oh, what's the point? Well, point is, what if Dominic Calvert-Lewin got injured, and which he has been, and what if Richarlison got injured or got suspended? So that's why we brought him in. He's there as an emergency. He'll probably leave at the end of the season when his contract's up, but I wouldn't worry about it. We didn't pay a lot of money for him. We paid absolute buttons for him, so I really wouldn't worry about him. Who would I get on the wing? Leon Bailey, obviously. Baz loves Leon Bailey, and he's watched him a lot more than I have, and he seems to fit the profile of the kind of play we need, basically. So I'd definitely go for him. No, I mean, thing is though, King was in a panic. I know, I've just seen someone mention it. King was in a panic. Joe's just mentioned King was a replacement for Tosin. Joe just said it there. We wanted to get rid of Tosin. We loaned him out, thinking we'd sell him. Unfortunately, he's done his knee in, and we bought a replacement in for him. Because we would have been left with 2 strikers. So he's a backup. So if he didn't play for Everton, everyone would have moaned that we didn't get him. If he'd gone to Fulham and scored 6, 7 goals, let's say, everyone would be crying that we hadn't got him. So I'm glad we've got him, and I'm not really arsed that he doesn't play. That's up to the manager. Right, just looking at the league table there, obviously Everton, if they won tonight, would get 55 points and would go 6th above Liverpool. Same points as West Ham, who obviously we face next week. So that it's huge that we play, that we win tonight. Baz is not on this video, so I don't know why you're saying Baz. Someone just put Baz. Do you see? Baz is not on this video. Yeah. Don't forget, you've got just over 30 minutes to get your Toffee Picks in. Please go and do that, toffeepicks.com. Chance to win £250. Prize pot £500. Gabriel said we need a young goalkeeper. Well, I mean, I've been a very big critic of Jordan Pickford, but I do think he's matured in the second half of the season, and I'd like to see it continue, hopefully. Robert says, what do you think of Sim Maxim? I like Sim Maxim, and I think he'll get off soon from Newcastle. So it'll be interesting to see. I think he's got pace. I think he's tricky. He just needs a little bit more consistency. Yes, Baz is wearing a ped mask. Hi, Brad. Rugby League History says, we love you, Toffee TV. Thank you, Rugby League History. It's a stranger name. No, I don't want Van der Beek either. Thank you very much. Yeah, I like St. Maxim though. I think he's got something about him. I don't know what Newcastle would want for him, but he will get off soon. Let's be honest. He will get off. Someone's saying there, do I think Anthony Gordon will get a chance next season? No, I don't actually, because I don't think he's built for the Premier League. Not at the moment, anyway. He went to Preston. He's been injured most of the time because he's not physically big enough. Simple as that. He's not physically big enough to play in Premier League. No, there is no watch along tonight. Toffee Picks is for everybody. There's a few countries that you can't play it in, but it's for everybody all around the world. Go and play it. Anywhere you are in the world, go and play it. Toffeepicks.com. Lewis says, Jordan Pickford is great. He just overthinks the situation. I'm sure he could be higher in the table if it wasn't for him making costly mistakes, but he's shown more maturity. I think he's stopped thinking, though, and is making better choices now. So, we'll see. And he has made mistakes, but so have other players, haven't they, ultimately? Someone just said, what am I having for tea? I'm having pizza for tea. Dead simple. Some Villa fans in the comments. It's fine. It's not illegal. Gary Ward says we need players who are likely to still be around when we get to Bramley-Moore Dock. Exactly. Sell Bramley-Moore Dock to those players. That's what I say also. There you go. Just looking at the Big Toffee says being physically big enough doesn't mean anything. Look at players like David Silva. Yeah, but you could, but then you've just gone and compared David Silva to Anthony Gordon. You've got to sort of think about that before. And David Silva wasn't very big, but it doesn't mean he wasn't built. Anthony Gordon's not built. He's got nothing about him at all. He's got to get bigger. Simple as that. You know, I've seen enough of him to know that he's not physically big enough yet. And also, he's gone to Preston, played games and got injured very easily. So he hasn't played a lot of football for them. So he's got to clearly get physically bigger. Some players are so good that they don't need to be physically big. Like, so I look at someone like Phil Foden. Yeah, Phil Foden's probably not much bigger than what Anthony Gordon is, but he's so talented that's the difference. At the end of the day, you've got to have something. You've got to be able to hold players off. But I actually think with him, Anthony Gordon. It's actually tactically more than anything else. He doesn't. The manager, when you listen to them play, the manager shouts him to get back. I don't think he's tactically switched on enough. He has to learn that side of the game. Simple as that. He has to learn that. Right, there you go. I am going to go and get myself ready for the match. Thank you for joining me on this team news video. Yeah, I will be back straight after the match to do the instant match reaction. Hopefully it'll be a very positive one and we can all enjoy it and chill out for the next week. But we'll see what happens. So thank you for watching. I'll be back straight after the game. Enjoy it and I'll see you later.